Today we've got a vintage Piko model railway wagon to have a look at. This is in HO scale, and on the end of the box it says it's a CSD green brake van. So CSD, obviously Czech Railways. You can also see that this was £3.99. Now I'm not sure whether that was in euros or in pounds when it was sold, but either way that's a real good price for a model railway wagon. But let's get this open and we'll check out what we've got inside. So one thing's for sure, this is in absolutely perfect condition. It is quite amazing. It's a very old model, but it looks almost brand new. Anyway, let's get a closer look at this. So it is a bit of a crude moulding by today's standards, but certainly these pizza cutter wheels have got quite the flanges on them and they're bright chrome as well. But they do revolve really good. It's very free rolling, this model. At this end we've got some moulded in handrails and these little corner handrails as well, which are quite cool. It's got some printing on the corners too. Next to no detail on the buffer beam, which is part of the chassis moulding, but the green moulding does have these little, I think they're lamp brackets sticking out the side. These always get broken off, but it's really good that this one still has them on there. On the side of the wagon we've got some rivet detail as well as the planking. Really good bracing detail, it's very well defined. We've got this window here with the bars on it. No glazing on that though, and you can see that it has a piece of plastic there holding this model together. The printing on it is actually quite acceptable, not the best printing in the world, but certainly not too bad. You can see the CSD logo here on the door, which is a really nice piece of moulding as well. Lots of details on that with the runners and all the rivets and the brackets, and even the little catches here have been really faithfully reproduced. Another little window up here, again no glazing, and then we come to this raised part towards the back of the wagon. A little bit of problem up here. I think the masking isn't too good between the light grey and the green plastic, because it looks as though the roof has been painted in this colour onto the green plastic. There's a door at this end which is really quite good. It's got some nice details of the handle. Again, no glazing though. And we also have these little handrails on the corners. This end of the wagon's got planking and bracing as well, and it's got a little hole up here as well. I think that's maybe another little tiny window, but it's got some rivet detail around it as well. You can see underneath the roof that it is the green plastic and it's just been painted over the top of it. The painting isn't too bad, but it is suffering a little bit on the edges. I'm not sure whether that's from the factory or maybe it's just been worn off, but considering the condition of this wagon, I think it's probably just from the factory like that. Up on the roof we've got an indication of some wiring moulded into the main piece of plastic and a couple of studs as well representing air vents, and I think this is meant to be a chimney, but it doesn't have a hole in it at all. The other side of the wagon differs slightly in the position of the printed material. It also has this additional window hole up here, again no glazing though. Doesn't look too good here. I think there's some problems with the printing. It looks as though some extra white pieces have been left on the side of the wagon. Looking down in the chassis we've got some rivet detail, but it's fairly plain on the sides of it. We've got some steps coming down and some representation of springs and axle boxes, which isn't too bad. And even the brake gear looks as though it's in line with the wheels. Underneath, a really good representation of wood for the planking, and there's a lot of detail on the bracing with lots of rivets and brackets and these extra tanks all moulded into the same piece, and we have these steps coming down as well. Couplings are spring loaded here and they're made of metal. And finally up here we've got some representation of windows inside there in the green, but that doesn't look that good actually. But what is really good is that this little cable moulding goes all the way up and down over that. So quite a characterful little wagon. I quite like it. It's very cute. Let's put this on the scales and we'll see how much it weighs. So this model comes in at 60 grams. So this old model from Piko, the CSD brake van, I think it's actually quite a cool little model. It does have some limitations and it obviously doesn't stack up by modern day standards when it comes to the plastic moulding and the finish, especially the printing on it. But it does have so much character and it looks really cool as well. I really like the painting on the roof, the fact that they've put in that cabling as well. That's really quite interesting. And it does have a lot of features moulded into the main piece of plastic, into the green, and they could be picked out with a little bit of weathering and it would look really good. The wheels have got massive flanges on them though. You probably would want to change them for more modern wheels, especially if you've got more modern track. But I think this wagon can do sterling service on any railway and it's really eye-catching and really quite cool. There's a lot of different wagons that Piko made in this era and they're all very similar to this one. Not for everyone. If you want the most accurate models, this isn't going to be it. But as good, robust model railway items that you're going to really enjoy, I think this is a great range to check out. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to know what you think of this little wagon, and if you have any other Piko wagons of this era. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel grow. I'll put this on the turntable so you can see all the way around, and in a moment another video will appear. Just click on that and I'll see you there. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See ya.